Hi everyone, this is the continuation of episode 2 of our tutorial where we are going to carry out a simple design. So please follow up and see how the design is going to be carried out. All the tools that we are going to use for the designing are lined up here in MapMaker, and this is the entire interface of where we are going to design. See, first of all, I'm going to pick my polygon to try and digitize somewhere around the area where my design is going to be carried out. Okay, I believe you can see what I'm doing just to be able to get something around something. And that is what I'm doing. Classify the entire area as a residential area. I'm just going to carry out a simple design. So first of all, because I want to be seeing certain things, okay, now let's leave it this way as we have it. I've told you that this one is a fence wall, this is also a fence wall, but there is a house just by the fence, and this is also a fence wall. But this is a road that we intend to put here. This is an existing road that is on ground, and this is a footpath people have been using on ground. So that is going to aid me in carrying out my simple design very well. So now this is a major road, and per the way I want to do my design, I want to do 50, I mean 30 to 15 meters here, 15 meters here, which is equivalent to 50 feet, 50 feet, 50 feet here. And that is the kind of road I want to construct along, I want to use in doing this design. So I will just pick my tape measure here, come and put on the points at the middle of the line, because when I was digitizing the street, remember, we digitize it from the middle of the road. So we are going this way, we are going 15 meters. Now I have 15 meters. The moment you get to the 15-meter mark, you just type M on your keyboard and you have a marker there. And then you can get a marker there and go to the other side of it. The moment you get to 15 meters, you just do M and get another marker, and that will aid you get the exact distance that you are going to do for your road. Come to this end again and establish a similar point. Then try as much as possible to be in the middle of the road. Get 15, then click on, then you have a marker, then the same way, then get 15, then have a marker as well. Okay, so now we have markers for the road as we have, you can see. Just go and pick your cutter as well. Try as much as possible to follow through the line one once. Try as much as possible to follow through the line you have just marked, or through the points you have marked. You can see that I'm having a very straight point. So now I will just cut. If I click here, it has cut the line, and again I'm going to pick another line here and let it go through the 2 points that I have established so that I can get my road. That is how you establish the road in MapMaker. Immediately I do that, now this is a separate polygon, this is a separate polygon, this is also a separate polygon. I do that, I get to understand that by the initial one I had was one polygon for all, so I did one polygon to cover all. Now I have cut the polygon into three. One is this one is another one, this another one. So now I can easily come and select the one that I don't like, which is classified as my root. I mean, then that would be it. So you can clearly see that this is what I've gotten. And these markers, I don't need them again. Then you go to edit, you go to markers, then clear markers, and the markers are off. Now, second thing I need to do, I'm carrying out a simple design. I told you that this is a fence and I want to establish a road there. I want to make only 40 feet through, and in meters we are going to have, and remember the reason why we are putting meters not feet here is that we are in MapMaker. When we're in Google Earth, the coordinates that we have, our projection was in Universal Transverse Mercator, which is UTM, and everything is in meters. So whatever we are doing here is in meters. So that is why we are quoting feet and meters, but we are working with meters here. So you can clearly see that all my coordinates down here are in meters. So that is why we have to be using meters in our measurement. So as you can see, as I said, here is a fence. So I want to put a road by the fence. And it's going to link up a 100 feet road or 60 meter or 30 meter road. Okay, so now let me see where the kind of distance I can get here from the buildings. Oh my goodness, very slow. Now me too, I want to establish 40 feet, which is equivalent to 12 meters. So I'm just going to do the 12 meters. If you are by 8, you are affected. That's how the design is going to be. The line doesn't seem to be very straight, so if you are by 8, you are affected. I have 12 meters established markers like I did in the initial one. So you try as much as possible. Take your cutter again, then you go through the line, and then you are going to establish your point. You see that the first one, I'm not getting the point right, so I have to move to a further distance that can make me have a direct passage through the 2 points that I have established. But it seems that getting to the end of my point, the point is close in narrowing. What it's telling us is that the line that I have initially is not a straight line. So what I could do is that let me continue with the digitization. When I finish, I'll come and re-establish a different point here so that I'll be able to get the exact 12 meters without any challenge. So this one is going to help me knowing that this is where the point is supposed to be. But I can equally, so now I will also have to also cut this particular line that I have, I mean the fence, so that you can see that there is following up very well up to at the point here. Then it will just, that is how it is. So now from this place it's narrowed, so we have to now make sure that we have a very straight line or a more parallel line, so that so now by selecting this road that we have digitized, we can easily delete it, so that we can go back here and make sure that our line now follows the point very well. You can clearly see that there is some kind of, when I zoom in, there is kind of, that is how it stands for. So we have gotten this are the 2 points that we have. So we've gotten our 40 feet road by the fence as well. And now this is another road that we want to establish. But before that, let's cut this line and see, let's cut the fence here. As I've indicated that already, here is also a fence. And the fence goes this way as well as that way. So now we have gotten a fence here. But before that, let's see whether we can establish a road this way, but the road cannot just come and have a dead end. So now we have to reconceptualize it. Maybe we would have a road this way that will pass in front of this particular house. This will come and hit it. We are trying to conceptualize it. How are we going to do our design? So we are trying to figure out how we're going to carry out the design. In fact, we don't need this point, markers again. Let's go and then clear the markers. We don't need anything. Okay, now let me measure and see what I'm having. Can I have a 60 meter? 60 meters, you know? My goodness, that will not be. This is about 78 meters. Wow, wow. And the plus sizes will never be regular. Let me put my marker here. Okay, okay. In this case, I will decide not even to put a marker. Okay, because the way things are, I can just do this. Okay, I'm just to do design, remember. And now I'm confronted with the reality. So I have to analyze the place very well and see how best I can put up a nice design. So now you can see that I'm struggling to come out with a very good way of designing this. Let's see whether we can do something here. Let's see. Wow, 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 wow. Our cutter didn't work. Okay, remember this line has not yet been done, so that work it won't work because it's not established this again. So first of all, I will just try to make sure that it passes in front of these structures or that we have, so that we will now establish the other points from here, so that we'll get the 12. There is also a 40 feet right here. Good. Mark it. Then do another marking here, which is 12. Then we will now join the two to cut through the 2 points we have established. So based on that, you can now take away this. Take away this alone. Make sure you don't delete any other thing again except what you have marked. So now we have these roots surrounding the entire place. Design a big deal. Okay, so let's see how we can handle this as it stands now. So let's see. This is an existing road, so we wanted to maintain, and you remember that we digitized some pillars on Google Earth, and this is that pillar. So we want to pass in front of that pillar, and on that pillar is showing a road there perfectly. Don't say that I'm conjuring, that's a fact. Showing a road. So we are going to have a road passing here, but in this case I've just established a line here, and I want to see whether I can also create a 40 feet road here, so that the line doesn't seem to be on that point. So which is 12 meters here. Then I'll come here and establish my 12-meter point here. Wow, this one is going to cut this out. I'm just seeing it. Meanwhile, the curve too, can't put too much curve. Distance. Wow, just by the edge. Wow. I did not even know that I won't cut it like that. You see, in designing in AutoCAD is simpler compared to what we have here with MapMaker. In MapMaker, designing is a bit hard, very hard, and most of the things that you do, they are very much discretionary, and you don't get so much perfection when it comes to your lines, your measurements. The perfection is not there. It becomes very difficult for you to have that perfect design in MapMaker. That is normal. Most of the things are crude, unlike AutoCAD. So you see that we're going to have a simple design here. I'm just going to create a lane here, because the block that I'm going to have inside buildings should create an access in front of them like this. Let me clear these markers. The lane is going to be 6 meters. Good. That's okay. So now I have a block this way. You can see easily now I can do my subdivision without any challenge. Unfortunately, you can never get all of the plots going through perfectly. Some would have to be somehow. This one, you use your eye to measure the angle that we are talking about, 90 degrees angle. So if you are a bit experienced, certain things you can handle them without any challenge. So that is how we'll be designing here in MapMaker. We are now creating the plot sizes. Okay, 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 okay. So basically you can see what has been done here. Okay, trying to represent the real world here. That's a simple design. Let's come here and see what's going to happen. How to handle this situation. Very, very complex. Okay, conceptualize it already in my mind. Okay, curved this way. Then I have my road here. Then do this one with double frontage. In real circumstances, I have to take measurements. Remember, 12 meters, 12 meters, 12 meters, and you can get angle right here. This is a fence row. So we're going to have this one. Okay, sorry. Um, okay, see, when I was doing the areas where the houses are, the plot sizes are irregular, but in most cases where there are no houses, when you have to do, maybe you want to regularize the size of the plot, 30 meters, 30 meters, 30 meters. So when you go 30, you go 90. Where the houses are already developed, you may not need to do that because doing that will cause a lot of challenges for you. So this one, 60. Even with this one, doing that at the end of the day is going to also, if you see that it's going to give you some challenges, that is what makes MapMaker more flexible, because as it stands now, making the line to look at that point will make it not flash at 90. You see, so so this way it becomes better managed compared to the. Okay, now it's a local house. Very well. It's a plot. Remember, this That's why we picked on ground. So we constraint. How do we design here? Very complex. I never took this into consideration. This one should have continued. Good. Right click, select, snap to the nearest vertex. Right click, actions, the nearest vertex, combine it to upload and continue. You can click join and join this, and then you can now continue with the subdivision for your boss the way you want it to look like. Many planners don't like using MapMaker to do design. Now, how do you handle this area? Very complex area. Okay, maybe you have to do this simple design and create a small lane here so that these people will get access to this one. So you have a 20-foot lane, then you will now create this kind of issue. Then now this becomes a simple design. Cutters place here. Discretionary. Very free. So you could see that I didn't use the existing route. The footpath people like this. That will not make my design somehow. So I decided not to. So you can clearly see that the base map has helped me fix up the area in an order in one way or the other somehow. This is school, this is school. So in MapMaker you can easily go and change these things to education, this is university, this is university, this is a tertiary school. See? So now select the number here, another option 62. So now you can save into our tutorial folder. Call it design 1 and save it. We have a complete design. You can take away the base map, hide it. You have a design here through the help of a MapMaker. Simple design. We're supposed to take this one here away Good. That is a simple design for the area. Bring the base map, you can clearly see the buildings behind it. You've not hit any house with a ridge or something of that sort. Try as much as possible to manage the area. That is how we carry out simple design here. On that note, I want to say thank you for your audience. Let's see you in the next episode that will see us designing in AutoCAD. Bye bye. Thank you for now.